How you doing, kings and queens? Welcome back to another Market Open. Yep, that's what I got for you so far. I think we're live. I'm trying a couple of new things, so we'll see if they're working properly. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if I'm frozen or anything. Let's see, it looks like I should be live over here. Cool. Alright, Kuma. I know. Puppy wants to play. Okay. Alright. So as always, alright, there you go, I love you. As always, I have the crypto numbers open to get the day started. Oh, that's upsetting. It's the first time I'm seeing that. I'm getting everything situated for the YouTube, so I didn't realize. I guess we slipped under 50,000 again sometime. Come on, Bitcoin. Wake up. This dog is right on me all the time. I love you so much, buddy, but recording. Ethereum's at 4,300. Binance at 581. That's not bad, actually. That one's starting to recover a little bit more than the others. Let's see. Solana at 188. Yeah, things are still pretty sideways over the last couple of days. Some things have come back down again. They were up a little bit. Like you can see right here, it did pop up a little bit back into the 30s, but back in the high 20s. You know, it's kind of funny. I was just thinking to myself, you could probably hear my voice that I'm not as enthusiastic as I was last week. It's because I have skin in the game, okay? Lash. Less. Love the boy, but gotta work. Let's see. Let's look at Yahoo Finance and our watch list. I'm still trying to get better to get into the normal news because all I do research right now is basically crypto. But I'll get better at it. Let's see, anything else interesting? Good morning, Mom. And yeah, as always, if you have any questions, leave them in the chat if you are watching. If you're watching this in a replay, drop it down in the comments, and I'll answer it as soon as I possibly can. Hey, Mom, do you have any cryptos about stocks or any cryptos? Any questions about crypto or stocks? Dogecoin at 17 cents. Now, like I said, I don't believe in meme coins, but if you are going to buy Doge, the time that I would put any dollars in it would be under 20 cents. But I will not be putting dollars in it because I don't care. TBH. Anyways, no shade. Alright, I totally forgot to send my links. So let me do that real quick. Got to send my links on the Discord and everything. How could I forget? If you're watching with me right now and you have any questions, leave them in the chat and I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. All I'm doing right now is just real quick sending my links, sending my YouTube link to my Discord and Facebook. Totally forgot to do that. I'm sorry about that, guys, if you are watching this afterwards because you missed it. And then we will get right back to looking at some of the stocks. If you want to look at anything in particular, let me know. Let's see if I can do two things at the same time. Dog is still putting Kuma. Yeah, Mom, I got Kuma on my lap basically right now. Like still trying to put that toy in my lap. Okay, so this is a good one. 241 Matic Polygon Network. Anytime they're Under $2 is a good buy. Anytime they're starting to break over that, if they can break over 240s, I think we're going to be hitting $3 to $5 pretty soon. I'm a big fan of Polygon, even though they were hacked like a year ago or 9 months ago or something like that. All of the funds were returned, but they've been doing some amazing stuff since and before. All right. Oops. I have two keyboards in front of me and I always type in the wrong one by accident. Okay, so if you're watching and you have a question about stock or crypto, let me know. We have, how much longer? About 7 more minutes until market open. Kind of just hanging out, chatting about crypto, looking at some news. Until then, oh wow, that's the first time I've seen that breakdown in a little while. So Axie Infinity is one that went from like 70 cents up to $140 within like a few months. It's been holding at about 130, 140 for a good while, so seeing at 108 could potentially be a good buy. If you want to play any play-to-earn games, Axie Infinity is a play-to-earn game. You do have to own 3 Axie in order to play. So just a heads up. That is one thing about play-to-earn games. I want to get into play-to-earn games. I used to play games when I was a kid. I haven't played since I was like 19 or 20. I just started losing interest. Once I started learning more and more about investing, I started to stop playing games as much because you can't bring them into the real world. It's nice, they're fun, but I mean, honestly, it's a lot of time. Unless you're really good at them. I wasn't that good. So if I can make money, I'll play games. So that's one of my next things that I'm going to be, or not next things. That's one thing I'm looking into actively. But I'm not willing to commit a couple or a few $100s to playing a game right now. VeChain still down. It's a good time to buy anytime it's under 10 cents for sure. VeChain deals with supply chain. I think they're going to be pretty enormous. So, just seeing something on Twitter. Talking heads. Interesting stuff. Posting the link in the Twitter too. Oops. What are we doing here? We're talking stocks, crypto, and other investments. If you have a question about other investments or if you're into any alternative investments, drop it in the chat. I'd be very interested in that. Some interesting things like I watch these guys who smelt stuff. They have like a whole lot of copper and aluminum and whatnot. I mean, that's very time-consuming to do, but still, I think that's pretty cool. Stuff like that. We got 6 minutes until market open. 6 minutes until market open. You know, I really want to comment on this, but there's nothing of value that I could put. Because I know that these messages are auto-generated anyway. Okay. Let's see. So Atom is getting built on right now, a decent amount more. What was it? An NFT game, I think, was the news recently on them. Something just came out in gaming for them. Ooh, Elrond Gold under 300s is usually a good buy. The thing is crypto market right now is kind of, it looks like it could break one of two ways. You have your people who are thinking that we're still in the bull run. I'm kind of in that side of things, saying we're still in the bull run and this is just kind of a lull, a little bit of a pullback, and it's healthy. Others who don't think that it's really going to be coming back. So if you're on the fence, if you don't think it's going to be coming back, just keep in mind anytime you do buy, number one, nothing I say on this channel is financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. And if you do get education out of it, then I'm very grateful. But if you do feel that you're not 100% sure, which nobody is, just remember you can always dollar cost average. You can always bring your average down. So if you do buy a little bit of this at $2.95 and it goes down, you can buy a little bit more. If you don't have the money to dollar cost average down, just be comfortable or have a limit that you're going to be pulling your money out for if and when it does drop. Oh man, I think I need to drink more water in the morning as opposed to coffee. Decentraland is another good one. This is one of the main ones in Metaverse right now. Look at that, 2 Metaverse tokens right next to each other. I'm a big fan of Theta. I don't know why it's not doing better than, I guess right now I know why it's not doing better than it is. Everything is pulled back. But even before that, it was sitting at like $6, and Theta's like a decentralized YouTube. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out how to stream on it, but it's interesting to figure out. I don't know if I can do Theta and YouTube at the same time right now. I think that's my hold up. Let's see. I was looking at some other news. Penny stocks. Let's look at something different this time. Today's top performers, probably see some gappers in here if this goes to top performers, because overnight it's usually what happens. Oh, excuse me. So let's see, largest 52-week losses, most added to watch list. You know what, that's an interesting one. Let's see what's most added to watch list. It looks like that one had a lot of followers too. Of course, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Tesla. Tesla was under $1,000 again 2 days ago. Maybe even yesterday. That's interesting to see. Meta Platforms is now what the parent company of Facebook is being called. So still FB, ticker symbol, but Meta Platforms. I still don't know how I feel about this. If you know anything about that, drop it in the chat. Let me know how you feel. I'm not a big fan, because who wants a metaverse that's centralized? Everyone compares it to like Ready Player One, where they're like, oh, you have the big CEO who owns it. I don't think they've seen Ready Player One, and if they have, it's been a while, because in Ready Player One, it wasn't a big, mean CEO who owned the game. It was some old guy. It was some nerd, I guess. Am I allowed to say nerd? It was some guy who just really loved playing video games and wanted to create a virtual reality type thing, which became Ready Player One. He ended up dying, potentially, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, the game ends up obviously living on. So yeah, one person, or I guess a couple of people created the game or one entity created this game. But it wasn't the evil corporation. The evil corporation was the group or the company that was trying to win the game so they could get the $1 million and have control over the whole game. So if you hear people saying that Facebook is like, or them change their name to Meta and they're going to end up becoming like Ready Player One and that big corporation that owns it, they obviously haven't seen Ready Player One. They don't know what they're talking about. So there's my rant on a pointless movie. It's a pretty good one, though. I like it. Some people say they don't like it. I liked it. All right. Looks like market opens in a minute. How's my volume? How's the lighting? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. If you hear any weird noises in the background, it's probably my dog. He's noisy. Isn't that right, puppy? He's like under his bed right now. He's under my drawer and in between his bed. There we go. Market open. All right, so I think the delay on here again is about 45 seconds or so. So from the time market opens to you seeing it, it'll probably be about a minute and a half of everything starting to change. I'm starting to see a little bit of flickering going on, so people are starting to wake up, and then we'll see the chart start to drop in a minute or pick up. We don't know. If you're in the chat, let me know. Or if you're watching, let me know. Drop a comment in the chat or a message in the chat. Just say, hey, what's up? If you have any questions, put it in there also. Let me know, and I'll answer them as soon as I possibly can. Once we see what kind of the market's doing, we'll get into the news. It's a lot greener than it was last week, that's for sure. So I'm hoping that this will help the crypto markets pick up too. Like I said, my voice may not be as enthusiastic as it was last week, but that's because I have skin in the game. Anyway, I did buy ChargePoint. I think at like $20.69. I sold it at like $21.50. So it was a safe day trade. My numbers are good. I'm not gonna show. Yeah, so you can see. There we go. So yeah. So I bought ChargePoint at 20. Where can I see it? Yeah, 20. So I bought it at 20.97, sold it at 20.49, and you can see down here, did not do good on some other trades. Did good on some trades. So I mean, we could go all the way down where you saw I did better and worse, but anyway, neither here nor there. So market is open. Let's see what else is going on in the world. I wonder. Let me see if I can quickly find an article on here. Because I do have articles to talk about. But they're all crypto related. Most of them are crypto. They're all crypto related. Stocks had third straight day of gains. Campbell Soup warns of higher cost. I used to live not too far from where Campbell Soup used to be. I think they're shut down now there, though. Is that right, Mom? Are they shut down over in Camden? I think so. Full global recovery, JP Morgan says. That would be in their favor. That would be in everyone's favor. I am hoping for a global recovery. That would be nice. This guy Chiefs testify for Congress. So about this new strain, I'm actually hearing it's not as horrible, potentially, as Delta. Hopefully. So, and it seems like if you are stabbed, jabbed, whatever, it is still lessening the effects. All right, so I'm going to be honest. The normal financial sector does not interest me as much as it used to. I'm still in it. I still like playing around with it, learning, and I'm going to be trading more and more in it. But right now, it's just they're just, as far as news is concerned, they're a bunch of complaining, whining people. But I guess that is what it is, right? Yeah, okay. I thought so. I thought they were closed. Alright, so let me see. Gotta fix these tabs. I did not get my tabs organized over here, and then I'll send it to my other screen, and then we will get rolling on some news. Alright, that's good enough for now, probably. Come on. There you go. I have more tabs open than I'm probably going to talk about. Oh, that's an interesting topic. Spicy. Anyway, so there was a panel or something? There was a press conference. I don't remember exactly, but there we go. It was a summit. William Burns, the agency director for the CIA, he didn't directly say we are in crypto, but he did say that, basically it's a priority to watch out for what's going on in crypto, especially when it comes to this stuff. So they're saying that one of the predecessors of the CIA left it so that crypto tracking could happen, I guess you could say. Because he didn't start it himself. This guy, I think, was just appointed recently. Potentially. And but they're speculating that this guy, David Cohen, is the one who got things started for the crypto stuff in the CIA. As far as tracking, effectively, all they're saying is that, a lot of this stuff is still, even though you can see everything that's going on in the blockchain, you can still kind of cover up your tracks if you know how to, if you can't tie your address to your name. So they're trying to make sure that no funny stuff is going on in that. And then the ransomware is, of course, effectively hacks. That's what they're, well, I shouldn't say of course, because I didn't know that before this, but there was some hacks. Bitcoin and Monero seem to be the primary ones that are hit with these ransomware things, those networks. But it's software that can just shut stuff down, and apparently it shut down a pipeline, a meat processing plant, business infrastructure, or IT infrastructure. So I don't know the history on all of this specifically, but this is why the CIA is getting involved when it comes to crypto. So they don't own crypto, it doesn't seem like, at least that's not what they're saying. I mean, honestly, I think if they do have any, it's confiscated. But that's effectively what the report is talking about. So yeah, of course they were vague on what they were saying or on what they're actually doing. But it was very explicit that they're trying to deter these ransomware attacks. So that's really all that there is for the CIA when it comes to being in crypto. But it is something interesting. Let me know what you think about that, whether in the chats now or if you're watching this in, replay mode. I was a little intrigued by the title, but yeah, I don't know. They're not being explicit with what they mean by working on cryptocurrency projects. So are they making their own cryptocurrency so they can track things? Or are they just tracking software? Like, what are they actually doing? That's what they're not being explicit about. That's the part that I would say that's why I am bringing this up right now, because, you don't want to be playing with the CIA's money. I don't want to be playing with the United States' money at this point, to be honest with you. I like cryptocurrency. That's that. More coffee. My throat's getting dry. That makes sense. But don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. All that fun stuff. This is a jab, 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 right hook. Hope I'm giving enough value so that I can ask for a quick like. So, Terra's been on a tear. So Terra's been on a tear lately. They were at like $35 a month or so ago. And I mean, they've been up and down from that, but they were at one of the dips just a month ago. You could have bought them as low as like $30 or even $20-some, and now they're at 72. This is one of the ones that's been holding strong and doing well. Not just holding strong, but doing well, while everything else has been going down. So just to kind of get away from the news for a hot second, this is Terra. Luna is the ticker. They're a layer one that's effectively they're a layer one that's doing a lot of things. The big thing that got them to jump lately, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure because of timing and what all the other talking heads are saying. I shouldn't put myself as a talking head. I'm not that smart yet. But effectively what happened is that I think I might have explained this. Actually, I believe I explained this in the news a couple of days ago. But effectively, there's stable coins, which stable coins track the dollar, so 1-to-1 ratio from stable coin to a US dollar. Luna, what they were doing was anytime that a certain amount of dollars were printed, they would then go and burn a certain amount of Luna. Well, they now have it based on an algorithm. So anytime you want UST, Luna is automatically being burned in the background. So that's pretty cool. And that means that you don't have to rely on people moving funds around and everything. This basically means that whatever currency is being printed because of this, it is being tracked automatically by burning the Luna as collateral. So anyone who's going to hold the Luna is going to see probably benefit out of that, because this will keep going up as it burns, in my opinion, unless the total supply keeps getting pumped or circulating supply, anything funky happens with that. But if you have Luna and you're doing some of those burns, I don't know how that works exactly in the background, if that's like where it comes from. But either way, if you have Luna you can do stuff with it. It's not just the games, but it's a layer 1, so you can actually build on it too. So back to the news story real quick. So play to earn, Terra Floki. There's Terra Swap decks, and then you got Random Earth and NFT Marketplace. So as I was mentioning before, they had a pullback. Yeah, so they had a pullback recently to $38, and now they're up at 72, as we just saw. When I was reading this, it was at like 65. So they've been going up and down between 60s and mid 70s the last couple of days. So play to earn, Terra Floki. It's trying to be a whole metaverse, just like Decentraland and whatnot. Well, I shouldn't say just like Decentraland, but it's trying to be a metaverse. It's trying to be the first one on Terra. So you can mint land right now. You have 1,000 planets. You can mint them right now for $5,000 or $10,000. There's 576 as of the time of this article that were already minted. So effectively, what this means is, if you don't know what metaverse is, you know what? Let me go into that for a hot second. If you don't know what metaverse is, you're right there with everybody else. So, if you remember the Sims game back in, I think it was the 90s, maybe early 2000s. I know it was early 2000s, but I can't remember exactly when it came out. But there was a Sims game that came out. I used to play it all the time. I know you remember me stuck in front of the computer, Mom, playing this game. And I also see that I don't have a like, so you like my video, Mom. But effectively, Sims would be that whole world, especially if you played Sims online. That world in there is kind of like what the metaverse is. Obviously, every blockchain, every different project is going to have a different type, but that's effectively the metaverse. Once you get into that world, you can buy plots of the land, and you can, buy buildings, you can build buildings and all this other stuff. And effectively, every time you do that, it's being minted. What that basically means is every time you do one of those transactions, well, let me not get that muddied up. I won't get into minting just yet. Let me just go with the transactions. Anytime you do a transaction, it's tracked on the blockchain. So you're in this game, you're in this digital world, you're like, oh, hey, I like that stop sign. I want to go buy it because it's for sale. You can go onto an NFT marketplace, like a website, and buy it. Or sometimes in-game, you can buy it. And then you're able to, because you're connected to the wallet and on your blockchain, or connected to your wallet and on the blockchain, all of this is kind of happening without having people involved. So it's your ownership. It's not like the game's ownership or anything like that. At least that's how most of them are being set up. And then you can just go about your life in the game. And then as you have those items and everything like that, the value is basically based on what people are willing to pay. So this right here, when they're talking about land as being minted, what they're basically saying is right now, as it's brand new, you can pay 5,000 UST, which is Terra's stablecoin, as I was mentioning, or you can pay 10,000 UST and buy, I think it's planets, actually. Planets. Yeah, you're buying planets. And every time you buy one, it's being minted, which means it's putting on the blockchain, brand new. You own that planet. When the game comes out and is released, basically you have a whole planet that's yours. If people want to use it, rent off of it, build on it, anything like that, they have to get your permission, pay you in some way if that's what you guys agree upon. And as, like, let's say that Crypto.com was like, oh, I want to build on your plot of land. That would be pretty significant, although I don't see them doing that. Potentially, though, wouldn't be the worst or the most far-fetched thing in the world. But this is, oh wait, no, down here. Yeah. This is just saying how Terra has outperformed the market over the last few days, just in general in games. And now they're getting into games as well, and Terra Floki wants to be the first one. So if you're on Twitter and you see Wolf of DeFi, they're suggesting that you read this little thread here, because he apparently he's an influencer, a big I don't know about backer, but apparently he's a big talking head of Terra on Twitter. Man, I'm going a lot slower than I expect. Oh wait, I just went through the whole metaverse, so that's good. Good job, Michael. All right, now I have to make edited videos about those things, so y'all don't have to watch a whole hour long live to see that. So the TerraSwap DEX is a decentralized exchange, as you see here. So it allows users to facilitate exchange cryptos of tokens across a given network in a decentralized manner. What does that mean? It basically means that if I want to exchange, let's just make it simple. If I want to exchange Luna for UST, so the Luna token for the stablecoin UST, I can go on to TerraSwap DEX and do that if I wanted to. It's a way of exchanging tokens on a specific blockchain without having people involved in it, or at least a lot of people. So it's going to have like validators, nodes. You'll have people who are in staking pools if that's how they're doing it. There's a lot of different ways that it can happen, but a DEX is a decentralized exchange, just meaning that you can, in a non-custodial way, so like a non-banker way with dealing with people and their BS fees, you can exchange your tokens. And this is actually $55 million in trading volume over the last 24 hours. Again, that's as of the day of this article, which I think was a couple days ago. Yesterday. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of reading at all times of day at night now, so never know when I read these things anymore. And Random Earth, NFT marketplace. So OpenSea is a NFT marketplace that I think I mentioned before. Random Earth is just another one on Terra. So these things right here, NFTs, I went over, they're non-fungible tokens. And mind you, anytime I go onto a little tangent, I will be making a video on said tangent. So that way I can build up a log of those videos that are like 10-15 minutes if you want to refer back to them, or if you have friends or other family members who want to just get quick snippets, you can send off those videos. I'll be working on those pretty soon. But NFT is a non-fungible token. Effectively, it just means there's no inherent value to it. The value is based on whatever the person is willing to pay. A fungible token would be UST. This right here, it's the stable coin. Everyone knows it's $1. Another fungible token will be Bitcoin. Everyone knows that there is a price to it. But an NFT, it's kind of just depending on whatever you're willing to pay. So this NFT sold for 747 Luna. It doesn't mean that it's going to sell for 700. You know what I'm saying? You see the numbers. I got dyslexia. But it is saying that this is what someone was willing to pay for it. Next time it could be higher, could be lower. NFTs could be in a bubble right now, or it could be dirt cheap. Who knows? But that's what NFTs are, and they're starting to come to Terra also. And Random. Okay, so Random Earth is. They were also saying how they want to make it a interactive space. Also, were they calling this one the Half-Life almost? There's one thing I was reading that said that they wanted to be like Half-Life or something, but I think effectively, because if we watched a little bit of this video, effectively they're trying to make it so that when you're buying these NFTs, you can be in this like game world type thing at the same time, or that's where you can perform the stuff. Okay. Gonna be 100% honest with you, totally forgot to read this one thoroughly. I did skim it a little bit. But let me know what you guys think about at least the topic of this. So, former Lyft CEO, so Lyft being a, what are they called? Social sharing, ride sharing company. So the CFO, so the financial guy from Lyft, is now in NFT, or now getting into the NFT space. And OpenSea, as I mentioned, is right now, I think, the biggest NFT platform buying marketplace. So basically, you got a financial guy who just worked for a publicly traded company going into a NFT marketplace. I was going to say decentralized, but OpenSea, I don't think is decentralized. I think it's actually pretty centralized. But that's basically all it was saying. Is just, people are saying that it's the future. There's new possible. They accepted, or he accepted the new position at OpenSea. Everyone's very bullish on Web3. and is just trying to get into the space. Who was it? Was it Twitter? I mean, I know Jack Dorsey went over to Square, or not went over to Square, but he is focusing on Square now, and they just changed their parent company to Block. And there's I forget his name, but there was the guy from Facebook who just left Facebook, and he was the one who was working on Facebook's like digital wallet, their tokens, and all that stuff. I think since then they have hired someone else to take position in that role, because for a couple of days it was like, oh, is Facebook even gonna do anything with crypto anymore? But I don't know if they'll be doing their own token like they were talking about before, which I really hope they don't. I don't want any of my stuff on Facebook anymore. I'm actually trying to get away from it, which reminds me. But at the same time, it is showing that a lot of people in the traditional finance world, or just in bigger publicly traded companies, are starting to really see the potentials in not just crypto, but NFTs specifically. And that's very, very bullish. For NFTs as a whole, I don't know where I stand as far as if I would say it makes me more read or anything, just because, because it's kind of a race. Like, who's going to win? Is it going to be the centralized market, or is it going to be the decentralized market? And that's kind of where people's concern is, because the centralized market right now has a whole lot of money in it, especially if you're talking about a company like Facebook. Like, they got a lot of money backing them. So what I'm doing right now is there's a Deso blockchain. They have a couple of different apps. BitCloud's one of them. It's like they're decentralized social medias. I'm just trying to see if I'm logged in so you can kind of see what it looks like. But this is what this is what I'm a fan of when it comes to social media. All right, we're a little frozen. Anyway, this is what I like when it comes to social media. It's similar to Facebook, but anytime I post, anytime I anytime I want to support someone else, it's being tracked on the blockchain. And like right now, if I go to my profile, you could see how much my coin is worth, basically. What? That's not my profile. Oh, okay, there we go. So you can see that my coin right now is $12.06, which means that enough people believe in me to put enough money into me, I guess you could say, for a market cap of $78, to where my coin is worth $12.06. Obviously, I put some money into me as well. Not all of this I bought. Every time someone buys your coin, you get a little bit of percentage of that. So that's why this keeps going up too. But I got my YouTube link up here, profile, little bio right here. My post is just like Facebook. But if I go in here, oh yeah, me and my sister are doing yoga together, like keeping each other accountable. But you see these little diamonds? This means that someone's basically given me 4 pennies, 3 pennies on these posts. When I go on here and I see this comment, if someone did comment, okay, it doesn't look like it. Let me go home real quick. This is way off topic, but hey, we're here to hang out and learn and have some fun, aren't we? I didn't realize my hand was like right in front of the camera like that. So if I'm going to the main page, you can scroll down. Fucking sweet. So yeah, you got a regular post that you can sell NFTs on here too. It's really neat. It's a Facebook, it's a Twitter, it's whatever you want to call it, basically. It's people joking around. Of course, the algorithm still is being worked out, but I'm trying to find a post that I actually do want to like. Okay, so here we go. This is a pretty cool picture. I'll just like the picture. You'll see when I like the picture. Does it not do it on here? Maybe it's just a bit. Okay. Anyway, what'll happen sometimes is a little thing will pop up saying, "Hey, you're about to transact in 0.000000, Deso. Do you want to confirm?" Or if I go here, it should pop up. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just because my computer's slow right now, or they change algorithm. They are constantly changing it. But you can see I basically just gave this guy a penny. Um, okay, yeah. So they're obviously still working on the kinks. The Diamond app is better. I'm just not logged in. Anyway, let me get off of that. So yeah, these publicly traded companies, CEOs, CFOs, all this other fun stuff, they're starting to get into the crypto space. This is just expressing sentiment, you could say, of how everything is looking. There was a giant bubble. I was first buying NFTs back here, and I remember them being that cheap. Well, I won't say that cheap, but I remember them being much cheaper. It's ridiculous what they're going for now. And even now, like even though this dollar market cap or whatever is lower overall, or maybe equal, you can see the bar is saying OpenSea has most of that, and you can tell when you go on OpenSea, a lot of the money is there. But anyway, just because I didn't actually read this article fully, I don't want to BS on it like I know what I'm talking about. This I'll briefly cover, just because there's a lot to unpack here, and I don't want to get stuck on another one, 2 in a row. But basically, AR, Airweave, I believe is what they're called. They're so they're a storage system for NFTs on the Solana blockchain. It's I totally read that wrong. Sorry, I'm mixing up a couple of different articles that I was reading. They're talking about augmented reality. So what these guys are talking about here is buying NFTs and actually having them in the real world. So like this right here, that's what I was getting confused. I was like, hold on, I don't remember this picture when it came to Solana or Solano. I always forget if it's an A or an O. Anyway, as you can see here, this little thing is an NFT, and then this is supposed to be like a picture of the real world. So if you guys know Pokemon Go and how big that was and how you would walk around and you'd just be like holding your cell phone like this and you'd see something in the middle of the street or sidewalk, that's effectively what this is. So everyone already, well, I won't say everyone, but a lot of people knew that Pokemon Go was going to be huge, or that idea was going to be huge. I knew it was too. I just didn't know how. Because it was so new and not many other games really could do that in a way that Pokemon Go could, because Pokemon Go is enormous. It's been around for a long time. But basically what they're doing, different companies are starting to come out with ways to potentially have your NFTs in the real life. So same way I'm wearing this hoodie right now, if you bought an NFT on OpenSea and you wanted to wear it, you could walk around wearing your NFT. Sounds ridiculous, but I can guarantee you plenty of people are going to do it, and plenty of people are going to pay top dollar for it. So one of the talents that I'm going to be working on myself is 3D modeling. I do have a couple of 3D printers. I'm going to start a whole another YouTube channel on that. And with that YouTube channel, I'm going to show step by step how I'm building that business from the beginning. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I kind of do. I've built enough now that as long as I dot my I's and cross my T's, everything on that YouTube channel is going to show the ups and downs of building a business from start to continuation. But not to sidetrack on that, but that is why I'm very bullish on things like this, because the 3D printing is getting big, NFTs are getting big. People with skill sets for 3D printing and 3D renderings and augmented reality, that's going to start to be a space that's going to get, I won't say flooded, but it's going to start to get looked at more and more. So just like people were saying, oh, make sure you learn how to code. Well, now it's going to be make sure you learn how to 3D model or render. Am I the first one to say that? Oh my gosh, did I just stumble on something? No, I'm just kidding. But that is why I'm getting into the 3D stuff, because I think I'm early. But anyway, that's basically what you could do. So if I designed dragon wings and minted them as an NFT, and I wanted to walk around the street with my dragon wings, I could effectively say, I'm wearing dragon wings, and then let's just say that, in my pocket, whenever someone registers that I'm holding this device, or it's in my like jacket. I don't know. Whenever someone sees with their augmented reality glasses that I'm wearing this device, it shows whatever NFT I'm wearing. So at that moment, it could show the dragon wings. So that's basically what this is saying. This is early. Don't know if they say a date on here. I don't think they do, but there's a lot of intricacies in here. That's hardware too. I don't know if you're watching right now, Dad, but I mean, I'm sure you could imagine the amount of hardware and software. Not only the crypto backing of it and the blockchain of it, but the software that has to be built behind it, which is started with augmented reality, but the hardware that really needs to be perfected. Right now, it's either bulky or super expensive or clunky. Man, I really didn't read these as much as I thought I did. I have these so out of order. Okay. Well, this one we kind of knew was coming. Did they say? I don't think so. But it's with the lofty. So with the law that they pass, with the law that they passed, what was it, the infrastructure bill? It's very blurry as to what a broker is right now in the crypto space, and DeFi, we'll just say you can, I won't say hide a lot, but DeFi can easily beat DeFi can easily beat central banks. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, man, I was spending so much time looking at like specifically these couple of things, these couple of things up here. And this right here, I totally forgot about the other ones I had pulled up. But this one, regardless, is a simple one to talk about. Not only because it's short, but also because I know a lot about it. So right now, XRP is going between like 80-something cents and 90-something cents. Effectively, what they're saying here is, if all pans out with what's going on with the lawsuit with Ripple, XRP can easily jump to $4.30. Even honestly, even if without the SEC SEC lawsuit being decided, I mean, it's a lot of it just has to do with the fundamentals of it. So I think as Bitcoin comes back, everything else is going to start coming back, and as we get closer to the SEC getting off of Ripple's behind, I think we'll see some waking up from XRP. Let's see what XRP is at right now. I didn't drink a lot of my coffee. So XRP used to be in the number 3 spot, I think even just a year ago. Still got a $40 billion market cap. I'm a couple dollars of that. Still number 8, still top 10. People are saying that Terra might beat it out as it goes up. Hey, look, it went up $1.50 since we started this. But yeah, so XRP, I used to not believe in it at all, but now I am pretty bullish on it. Do I think it will be the coin of the future? Not necessarily. I think that it'll be a mix of a few, but I do think that if they can get in with, or if they can get past this lawsuit, that they will be pretty giant. So anyway, BitClout. I have a link down in the description if you want to sign up for BitClout, or go follow me if you already have it. Oh, right. It brought me over here because of the tutorial I clicked on. So anyway, if you want to help support me in these videos and you don't have a brokerage already, the easiest ways to do that would be sign up with Crypto.com. I have a link in the description for all these down below. Crypto.com is one of the easiest on-ramps for crypto. They just bought the crypto or naming rights for what used to be the Staples Center, and obviously did this big commercial with Matt Damon, and it's like everywhere now. and fortune favors the brave is like always being said, especially in the crypto space now. Coinbase also. I guess I forgot to pull that one up, but Coinbase is another one. Crypto.com, if you stake the Ruby card, which I think costs like $400 right now, if you stake the Ruby card, you get 2% back on all purchases. Yeah, I'm sure that's in here somewhere, but I'm not going to try and sit here and find it. You get 2% back on all your purchases in CRO, and you also get $25, and I'll get $25 too if you stake the Ruby card. Coinbase, I think when you deposit your first 100, we both get $10. BlockFi, I think, is the same. When you deposit your first 100, we both get $10. BlockFi is a lending protocol. They are centralized, but basically when you deposit your money into here, it's like a high yield savings account. At least that's what I use it for. Super high yield. So you can see a couple of examples here. Sorry if that's giving you guys like, dizziness, but if you were to stake $10,000 here for 10 years, and right now it's at 9.5%, you'd be getting $1,365 back. It's assumed that you were holding it for 10 years, and that's assuming that the rate would stay the same also, which we're not really expecting. So, yeah, and it happens with Bitcoin too. Oh, you can get a loan also. So loans as low as 4.5%. If Bitcoin keeps going up 200%, then your low is technically in the negatives, or your interest is technically in the negatives. Negatives if you're borrowing. I will say on here, one thing that I did notice, and because I don't work with large accounts, you do need at least $10,000 to do a loan in any one crypto. So as everything starts to figure itself out and I get more and more trading done and all that, I probably am going to try and get a lump sum in here. And then my plan is to potentially effectively buy like all in on Bitcoin, get a loan against Bitcoin, and then using the loan money to trade and gain that money and invest it in other things. So I can effectively double my portfolio just from taking out a simple loan. Not financial advice. High risk. Webull is another referral down below, and I believe once you sign up, you get 3 free links, and when you deposit like $100, you get some more money. And we also haven't checked in with the stock. See, that's the thing about me doing the market. I got to separate this. I think I'm going to start doing YouTube lives in the evening sooner than later because of this exactly. I haven't really done anything with the market this morning. So I think I'm going to start doing evening videos for crypto and keep the morning for stocks. Not totally sure because I just like crypto better. So maybe I'll do evening videos also, and I'll talk about crypto there too. And I'll just talk about crypto all the time and alternate investments until someone jumps in the comments and says, "Hey, I don't want to hear about crypto anymore." And then I'll just say, sign up for another channel or subscribe to another channel. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'm going to talk more about alt investments. We got about 10 minutes. Oh, we got about 6 minutes left. If there's any questions you have, ask in the chat. Let me know how everything's been so far. I'm still kind of working out the kinks. Let me know lighting if it's still good. Sun's up a little bit more. Let me know if my volume and my voice has been good. Let me know if I've been smiling enough, if I've been animated enough. I'm trying to make sure that I'm entertaining also. I mean, this is kind of me naturally too, so that's easy. So yeah, but anyway, there's a little projection on the future. I'm going to be doing some evening videos so I can focus specifically on crypto in those and alternate investments. And then the morning, I want to be able to focus more on stocks and like real-time, big world, big global economic news, as opposed to focusing specifically on crypto, because obviously there's more to it than that. Let's see. What else is going on? Alright, let's see. My watch list. I still got to update my watch list, so ignore most of what's on here. Airbnb, that's been doing pretty good. Workforce has been doing pretty okay. Not today, but it's up $1 and change the last few days. I wonder if you guys just saw that coffee just drip from like out of the cup right onto my face. So I totally missed my lip. Oh, again, I have not opened up. Man, I didn't even open my trading account this time, let alone look at it. Wow, no wonder I'm losing money this week. I'm just kidding. Everybody's, well, won't say everybody. But anyways, let's see. Oh, excuse me. Let's look at the cryptos, because that's what I like. Oof. Solana. It's an A at the end. Because I always say Solano and Cardano. Because, I mean, there's an A, ADA, Hey, it's up a few cents. All right. So I went through some of these earlier today. Avalanche, still very bullish on that, although it is down from the all-time high. So the thing that I'm learning, and I think I may have mentioned this on Monday, I have to make sure I take profit. Regardless of how much I want a couple of full coins or one full coin of something, I have to take profit. Like with this, I saw it in the 130s, 140s. I was like, do I take my 50% or whatever it was? I think I even got up to 100%. But I was like, no, I want one full AVEX because I wasn't willing to put in more than that when I first bought it. But I gotta remember, right now my unit of account is still dollars. Until my unit of account changes from dollars into crypto completely or Bitcoin completely, I'm gonna have to take my profit at highs, even if it does go higher. Oh, look at that, 256. I'm liking that. So I've been talking about this one for a little while now, and I've been saying if it breaks over $2, then we're hitting much more bullish sentiment. And then the last few days I've been saying if it can break over, or a couple of days if it can break over 230, 240, then we're even better. And right now we are at 256. So I'm just going to open up the chart real quick in the last few minutes that I have and see what it looks like. Wow, I really need a new laptop. I could play the whole Jeopardy episode right now. Matic against the dollar, and I use KuCoin, however you want to say it. So move there. Oh wait, that's the leverage. Where's the unleveraged Matic? What? Alright. Whatever. We'll just pick this one. Good enough. See what the chart looks like. It's going to take the whole 2 minutes just to open this up. Man, that was a poor decision. I'm just kidding. So here you are. That's what the chart looks like right now. I obviously did not get into it down here, otherwise I'd be rich right now. Just kidding. But as you can see, it's on a little bit of a tear. Let's see if I can bring it a little bit more. 4 hours. Okay, so there's the $1.50-ish support, $1.70-ish support, and then $1.80-ish support. And the big one it had to break was that $2-ish support, and it was a soft, I won't say a soft support, that'd be a lie. And then, where is it? Yeah, because you can see that $2, like a $2 resistance support. The reason I was saying soft is because it hasn't been there long. So you can see it was a resistance with a little support, and it broke over that. So now we're sort of in uncharted territory. You can see we broke that 220 resistance, and then here it is right here, the 240-ish resistance. We broke that. So now we're at 252. So the big thing is, can we stay over 252? If we can stay over 252, then we're looking at 260. If we can get to 265 and hold over that, then I'm looking at $3. There's a quick, super basic Michael's version of TA on Matic. But I mean, I don't have terrible amount of money in here, but it's fun to watch. I got skin in the game, so it's fun. If this goes to $100, then I can be considered having enough money to buy a scooter. But it's still fun. Anyways, that's 215. So I appreciate everyone who's hung out with me. If you haven't already, like the likes, subscribe, and yeah, drop a comment. Let me know how it was, and yeah, have a great Wednesday. I'm gonna go hang out with my nieces in a few hours, and talk to y'all later.